You know what I would say, Andrea?
Yeah.
In overall, we always know that people in sickness and in death, people, family members come together and do what they have to do, and after they can fix. But there was a tension going on before death, and even after death, there are tension. You understand me? Where of how we say they didn't want him to take any part of the burial. So that's why I think he was off. And it is just sad the way how everything ended.
Oh, and stop, not cutting you. They supposed to. This is rules, and I know this. They supposed to. When my aunt passed away, they passed her child over her casket. I think.
Yeah, it's tradition. It's culture.
It is 2 times back and forth or something like that. They supposed to do that. So I'm like putting aside just like what the woman just said. With everything, like that is going on. Who planting fingers? Who is this and that? Like
Andrea, did you hear that they said that screen record that they said that one of the sisters said you wish his sister come back and take a baby?
I heard it. Right. I heard it. I was watching that part. I heard it. I heard it.
Maybe
why somebody
hold on.
Why somebody that quiet?
Maybe is it after when he come and take the baby from them?
Yes.
So maybe I mix them. Come on, Anja, let's start the truth.
Yeah,
maybe I mix them, Josephine. And I'm not making any excuse, Josephine. But maybe they are bad with the baby and him take the baby.
No. That's what I'm saying. Scrub, at this point of time, you remember, listen to me, this guy is grieving.
Look here, Angela. No, Angela, look at him. He's Jamaican. But then you grieve or you not grieve. Once you see the baby and you go like you want to keep the baby from, we are going to say some things that don't mean we mean it.
In Guyana too,
we're going to say some things that
it would have been a whole corruption.
But Andrea, I applaud.
Comment, my love.
I applaud.
It was at the graveside. Me, comment we confuse me. Me not have time to confuse.
Then it mean no say if I did me pick up to Howie, because if I did me and they don't want me to take part me in the go the funeral.
No, so Josephine, as I said, the mother never take no part. I'm gonna say it again. And only say the mother sick, I don't know if the mother sick. And she has spent time with her daughter because she knows that at the last. Then me no want to see somebody when I have mental health issue. Me I tell you the truth. Because honestly, she never care about the camera, she never care about the people, she never care if she never care if she pay no money. She just knows that she wants to see her child.
But this what I'm saying is like, okay, so this is what I'm saying, right? And everybody could only say what they want to say, right? But certain things is what's playing in your face.
Andrea, this young girl and him is together for years. This is his love of his life.
Yeah.
If the mother can be dear, and she remember they block her from the hospital too. Am I correct?
Yes, you're right.
And you seen how she bond with that child for the last time. You could have been there.
Yes, it's true.
No excuses there. You could have been there.
No matter what, you're gonna go there. Even if it's the last, it's your child. But this what I was about to tell you. Maybe it's no excuse for her. I'm not giving her.
I'm not talking excuse for her. I'm talking the gentleman.
But listen, like you say, I think it's St. Thomas. You say whatever. So it's like okay, like if you're living in a bad area, like okay, like in Guyana.
He's from there too, ma'am. He's from there. His family's from.
Okay, well, it's like people saying they don't want to say nothing because of whatever and whatever. You understand? So it's like people saying, oh, they know this and they want to talk, but you're not talking. Everybody's silence. You understand? But
you know what? You just have to wait until the family come and speak and him come and speak. And then we have a better understanding of what's going on. But I'm just saying, when I see him give them the baby, that means that if he wants to see her, he would have came early because he gave them the baby. He gave them the baby. I saw that with my eyes. Because I was really happy.
That is true, That is true to Scrub, but guess what? Out of 10 family, maybe one of them.
That's what I'm saying. He gave
so maybe out of that one, is with him, you know?
Yeah,
so,
but they sat at the front where the box is.
But when they give them the baby, they were looking at the baby, and one of the sisters.
No, ma'am, they were fanning the baby. Ma'am, no. I went back and I watched the video.
Trying to touch the baby because I was watching it.
She was fanning the baby. Mrs. She fanned the baby.
It's two person was there, two girl, a girl and a woman, I think, a young lady.
Yeah, she hold the baby and they were fanning the baby. But you know how people is, screen record, I go cut it up and put it out there. But look here, Andrea, I don't have nothing to say about the family. I have nothing to say about how we make them work out them things, sister. I mean, I have nothing to say about that because at the end of the day, they are family. He get a child from the family, they're gonna always be family.
Yes, sure.
They're gonna always be family.
I just would like.
And when that child grow up, no matter if we try to keep that child from that set of family, that child gonna find herself over that family. I see it happen all the time. If we try to keep the child from that set of family, the child gonna find himself over the family. I am telling you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think they should all come together for the sake of the baby.
But yes, but me I tell you, no matter what we're gonna say no, when that child start to turn 13, just wait until the child start turn 13 and 14. That child gonna find him way over the family. I'm telling you. Even to hide and go there.
That would be good because at the end of the day,
because that's how kids are. Me I tell you, that's how Pitney is.
Yeah, and it's not going to keep kids away from their family.
Yes, I better them just
in the end.
I mean not necessary. Juplum. What do you mean not necessary? My granny and fee sister always in a problem. In a mix. And no matter how granny said, don't go down at the yard so can figure pick Juplum mix. As granny got a market a week and down there. And plus the woman have picked it down there too. What you talk about?
Yeah, I mean that's it. They only find. They have to
find some common ground and just have unity.
And try to raise the picnic good.
And raise the child good, that's it.
You need enough love and something, enough love and protection. They need to do that.
Yeah, and we never see you cry at the funeral, but you cry when you're in the mom of the TikTokers, right? We see you do that. All right. We see you do that. And what I'm saying to you, well, if you are crying in public, you are crying on the camera, because a camera that so nobody can see you more different. Okay, you cry in front of the TikTokers. You see the mother never put on no show. You see, me says the mother put on no show?
Which one the mother?
The one that white.
That's the girl mother that one.
Yeah, Nisha mother. Yeah, do you not see her, man?
Yeah, man, she was balling, man.
The woman didn't put on no show.
She cried.
Me say when me look at her, remember them say wait no. Remember, I know. When a man and a woman have a relationship, it's stronger, I know, than a mother and a daughter, I know. Remember that. Because when your partner die, you know you spend years with it, take you down, you know. And me tell you, say, when me look and me see her, the woman they never care about the camera, the video light. She just know, say, if I don't keep my daughter from me, hell me, I will never have today. You think I joke mix?
Yeah, but the only thing we can say about even the youth, maybe you don't have this strength, you know, and we are saying have this strength, you know, maybe you don't have it, you know. Maybe you just go around normally, you know, have this strength. You miss your girl, you miss your girl on the pool. So, you know, maybe.
To me, he's grieving inside.
Anyways, Andrea, so here one no, we come off of him now, sister, and we come for one next thing, you know. We come off of him and we come for one next thing, you know. Bongo, what you did I say, you know? Can we come off of him? We come off of him, we don't make no topic around him again. We come off of him, we just wish them all the best mix.
Yeah, man. For the little youth, you know?
Yeah, for the little youth, we just wish them all the best. He's a good father, wish them all the best. We come off of him, you know. Bongo, what you say happened on a flat bridge?
Yeah, that's crap.
Where's that?
Find out
the history of Flatbridge. Because when I was a youth growing up, we
I
always
found out where you come from.
No, man, not Kingston born, man. But my parents them come from country. So we born at Kingston. But fascinating reading the history of Flatbridge, because everybody drive over Flatbridge every day, and nobody know how the bridge built and at what cost the bridge built. They only know that people go over the bridge all the time and people from. But Flatbridge was built by slaves. It was
No, we know that from 1724. But you believe that they do?
I mean, believe what?
So this because I slave the bridge can build?
Yeah, because if you go in depth in the history, you know why. Because 100 of slaves died building the bridge.
Yeah, but the bridge but the bridge is in the Migrati River.
Yes, and which part of the bridge built? The fact that so many slaves died building it right there is where the problem lies. You understand?
No, I believe that if the government they make up their mind and get an engineer and choose some higher and that, hey, some big bridge of foreign here, make sure that some big bridge of foreign here. Some bridge when me see a foreign here, me I say, Jaja.
You have an idea where they could have change it. The road could have make a change, you know. Yeah, drop the road.
So what you want to say now? You say after 3 a.m. down the haunted?
Yes, man.
Scrub, you know, say when April, when I make ex drive over there, you know, and it is so sad. Me just watch the man just dead to hell.
Oh God.
Unalive when I make ex, and he was such a good person to me, you know.
And he just drive over every so.
Yes, so when we watch it on YouTube, when I watch it, because you have some people out there always do video, you know. So when I watch it,
so then let's try to save him.
He had the seat belt. At the seat belt, you see scrub, you see seat belt good and it not good. You see, so the going go over there, the seat belt, oh God, the seat belt kill him. Unalive. Yeah, and it is so sad.
Maybe frightened.
Oh gosh, you just said, you know, is that he give guess what happened? He give like one car come and to how the car come, him give the car away. And scrub the man just drive right.
I mean give the car away.
To how me watch it. It's like when he pass the car, when he you know, like he go over, get them way, like he was just about to enter the bridge, right? And then the vehicle comes, so you know him go over in the corner to give the person right? And then he move off. And scrub, it was so lonely, so that they didn't realize, so they take him a while before people come and realize over there. Yes.
Jesus. How you say?
So my friend died. It was the 10th. I think it was the 10th of April. Scrub. And up on Facebook, me see it, you know. And then me see them talk about it on TikTok. When we go scrub and look up, me see the poem. Oh my God, it is so sad.
Jesus.
Sad man. When you really have to see certain things on the media. Oh my God.
It's alright, Scrub. Since you know, I agree with the one with a Flatbridge. You ever go into the Rosal Great House here? And in Palmer Place.
Yeah, me go over there.
You go into the house?
Me go over there, they might talk about the picture frame, but all me a look at maybe me not see good.
You not see good, and if you go into the dungeon, then you see something else. I can't tell you.
But me say I want a black man at the one Anishino, because she didn't want to look skettle, you know.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to look skettle. Them, you know, yes, she take Wally by black man, them kid them we go sleep with them, and when she done with them, she just, hey, why am I telling you?
She kill them, man. Same when she kill her husband, them. She don't really keep, man. She just sleep with them and then
yeah, that me hear me love me can confirm it, but
white and black.
I know white man me she deal with that be a black man.
No, you mean they know she kill her husband them. A 4 husband she kill her? But she kill her husband. Sorry, she analyze her husband them worse than she do the slave them, you know.
Then she don't analyze her husband cause black man she a look.
Yeah, but she do them worse than how she do the slave them.
How you say?
Worse. Oh gosh, all one.
But me people say mermaid people say mermaid on a flat bridge. Me don't know. Cause my granddad said more a long time said mermaid must be more woman. Me don't know. But hey, when you
know about the mermaid, but know say when you go over after a tree or anytime in the morning you're alone, you always see the spirit them come up on the bridge. And if you don't know what you do, you swear from them, and that's enough driver end up over in the water. Because they look like real people.
That's the ram in know.
Yeah. And you swear from them and you end up over the bridge.
Me so when I pass the bridge, sometimes I'll two bridge and see.
I like that too because the young lady last year our friend give way. Remember only one vehicle at a time, you know. So
yeah,
we don't know where he must drive
at a time, yeah.
So we don't know where he must when him drive off. It must be a different road.
Yeah, like you know supposed to pass nothing on the entire bridge. One sitting hen tap on one side and one on the other side.
Me say if you see the video, it just heartbreaking. You want to just go for it.
But them say one young girl, you know. Them dirty they say one young girl man, me don't know what she a go through. And she just fling herself over the man, just driving her water man.
My qualified friend, guy our fight to, you know, tanker driver, you know. That was big something come out in the paper. I tell you, I'm a bridging, they are petrol jam. Used to drive Shell tanker. The tanker not go over there with him, man. Bridging. I'm died.
Jesus. Me just think the government for block up the bridge and make one road. You don't think so?
But the road make already scrub. There's a bypass. The road make already.
Wait.
The road where you leave Mandela as you pass Portmore, you right at the traffic light and enter the toll. I bypass all of Flatbridge.
Yeah, but the toll, me don't know. Because, hey, the toll there, you know. You forgot say toll expensive?
Yes, the toll cost.
That's why nobody know what the toll here.
Scrub, you make a valid point. The government system, they can, whoever in charge, they can do make up one bridge. As well,
yeah, man, if you make up one bridge, man, so people they can look what people. I want for people jump over there in the dirty.
But them say the government.
Hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. Go till now.
Them feeding, enough of them around there. Enough of them need feeding around there.
I mean feeding. Them me really are going to go feed Duppy. Me say if they look at. If they get somebody for a fireman and just throw down some big iron in that. So you know, so you tell me, say, don't put that firing too. Yes, I don't put that firing.
You say, don't put that firing, no? Oh, you put it, are you in there? We got land that go walk up and down in the exhibition. I will go back home. Dead, me nearly dead.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I look for some grave from 16. I look for some grave from 15. And you come like it up with them follow me go up.
Yeah, man. Especially if you work at a funeral home, you know that?
Yeah, but you know what you say? So my man, I'll tell you, man, they have high where they rub up on themselves and up, you can't cover them there.
You think so?
What do you mean?
I feel like
yeah, how you mean?
Listen, man, me know one famous policeman, I think I can call him name. That the man there, the amount that the man there make, anytime you walk in the station, you can't go near him. As you get close to him, I tell you.
That's what you say. That's a what?
Yeah,
Duppy. I keep off people.
Duppy and keep off.
All sort of thing because that the man they make the amount analyzing that the man they do. You can't go near him, and I'm alone work.
Wow.
We have a police boy in a Spanish town named Moa. You know, Moa is still around.
Me don't know him. Me don't know them people there.
Man, you know, one wicked man police out there. He used to drive one ladder.
Me don't know them, master.
Not this time. Anytime you pass man dead. Anytime you pass somebody dead.
Me don't know them.
They call him Moa.
Me don't know them people. It's a legend. We don't know them. Hey. Why we don't know? Sometimes I wonder if people just turn police. We don't know.
There must be man like all Adams, you know. Man like all Adams, you know. Highly, you know. Highly, you know.
Hey.
Adams a highly man, you know. Yeah, Adam no come down to come to 6 of them, man, 6 looking, you know.
But I think him did retire. Remember they retire, you know?
I want to fire them for run him out, man.
Yeah, but him did say, but people they want him back till people say him could not.
Alright, no me there with my call news. I said
Latest from.
Alright, Josephine, what you say?
She might call him for commission work.
Oh, they want him to be commissioner of police. But Adam, I think Adam. Well, Adam, I get old now.
Adam, what's in 970, man?
Yeah, man. Adam, I forgot rest now. Adam, I get old now. Me say no. Me say that the police they send for you until they say if you come meet him down at station, you better go, you know.
Yeah, because when I come for him, I kill you when he come.
Me don't know, but if he tell us if you come meet him down at station, they're not good seeing that.
Yeah,
but then when you not tell you know for meet them at station. Then when you not tell you for meet them at station, my love.
If you do hear them say you come in with your liar, you better go.
Then I see what tell you for come in with liar.
In the end, they put up about want is Wednesday, I want is this year. You better know say you want it.
Well wanted them trying to want to make the social media.
Yeah, you want it.
Yeah, I tell you. Why me not like still know, but when me say meeting, we shouldn't afraid that we men in uniform still know.
But hey, me don't know them are criminal man.
I don't believe all police. I don't believe all police mix up. No, man. No, man, you have some good policeman. You have some good police, you know.
Some of them going at the force, you know, for revenge, you know. No for them because you tell us on police and for revenge, then go in the final.
How will you say?
Revenge, then go in the maybe somebody lick down them parents or lick down them great.
Oh.
And then just make up them
then
mind.
You know what? In that the case then maybe when them are coming life force, then you have to do some background check.
But when parents involved with you can't put against the kids them. Because
no, but you have to do the background check to see if somebody did down film somebody I saw. You don't have to.
Yeah, you could have do that too. But that you still couldn't you could have said come fight, come justice, you know.
That's not true.
You could have come to say come justice, jump for justice, but revenge come with you have
kind of like
background check is good, you know, but background check don't work all the time. Western force are really true. You have a lot of them enter the force with ulterior motives.
we did talk about something the other day, yeah, Dottie. We're glad to take you back. When we didn't go out, you're saying that if it wasn't the election, what you say? Something like conference. Me, you not talk something here, you know. How we do today? No, I can't finish it because remember somebody telling us somebody that run out with the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When you have Mr. User.
We just say the issue was was that no conference, the PNP not keeping any conference. Because if they keep a conference, somebody can challenge Mark Golding on the floor of the conference for leadership.
Oh, that's it I say.
Yeah, because that's what the Constitution said.
Well,
Remember, I know.
I just read about.
Yeah. Nobody could challenge him leading up to the election because they amend the Constitution.
Oh.
Yeah, so 2 years before an election, he cannot be challenged. So they had their big conference and everything leading up, right? But because they amended it, you never have nothing to worry about at the conference. You could have sit down and easy because the election 2 years after call within 2 years.
Okay.
So you could have kicked back.
After 2 years, now they can. Then after 2 years, now they can.
Yes.
Somebody
Now
can
the election
challenge him.
Yes, somebody can challenge him. No, within the next 3 years, he can be challenged.
Oh. You sure until after 2 years? Because they said after 2 years.
No, remember, the amendment was, they rushed an amendment through them central executive. Because, remember, the election was coming up. The conference was also coming up. They feared that somebody might challenge him for the leadership before the conference. The conference before this election. So the amendment was the leader cannot be challenged 2 years before a conference. 2 years before an election, sorry, not a conference. 2 years before an election. Right? So because conference was coming up, the election was due within 2 years. That's how the amendment came in. That he cannot be challenged 2 years before the election. So now that the election passed and gone, he can be challenged because the next election is not due until 5 years' time.
But only at a big conference.
Yeah, man, the annual conference that they keep every year because the original Constitution states that anybody can be.
So if there's no annual, that means they can't challenge a person.
Right, because all the Constitution set up initially is that any position, the leadership position can be challenged on the conference floor on the day of conference. So vice president and party leader, GenSec, so on. Now, the whole deal is, I'm not sure about the GenSec. I don't think the GenSec can be challenged on the day of conference. I think that's the only position that's secure. Let me take that back. But vice president and party leader, that's how Roger Clark lost his vice president seat at one of those conferences. You know? He was nominated to run again as vice president.
So did they keep the conference yet or no?
No, they don't keep a conference. They have a private session. Remember, a conference requires everybody delegate, you know, from all 63 constituencies to meet and vote.
They have two sessions at the conference, a public one and a private one.
Right. So they only have the private session.
Yeah.
They didn't have a public session where all the delegates from over the 63 constituencies meet up and cast their vote for who they want. But I just want to go back to the Roger Clark point to make everybody understand clear. Roger Clark at the private session was put forward as a vice president. Come the next day at the public session, the annual conference where everybody come, they vote him out. And him losing vice president because the delegates them now determine whether whatever happened in the private session can carry on in the public session.
Thanks.
Okay.
That is facts.
No, me understand what I want. So right now, so because they don't have none with him and Damien.
Damien can't bring a challenge against him because the conference are keep.
Then we get an understanding where him said the 28 person member of parliament see him sign paper say he must still be the opposition.
You want to hear why that now? Because they can choose anybody to be the opposition leader, right? So what they did was is get the MPs them to side with him because remember now, there's a similar situation they were trying to do with Portia. If them don't want him to be opposition leader, all the majority have to do, 28 of them, 15 of them send a letter to the Governor General and say them want Damian to be the opposition leader. And it's done.
Wow. Oh.
Once the majority say him command them confidence, the Governor General has to appoint that person.
Oh. Wow.
Yes, so if 28 of them, you know, so 14 and 14 or 28.
So hold on.
So
if anybody at all want to compete with him, they have to have a conference, a big conference.
Yes, because
so if there's no conference, no at all, there's no competition there.
No.
Wow. So wait, so if no conference or keep by now to 5 years, no competition.
No competition.
Whoa.
But that's hard for them to do. Right? I don't think they're going to try not keep a conference next year again. Because it don't look bad. They're going to try use the fact that, we get 14 more seats or what have you. Him do well, give him another chance. You know, I'll buy some time. So I don't know what I'm going to use come next year when we come out to conference again. But this is just a buying time.
You explain it clear though, Lottie.
So let me ask you something now. Lottie. So if they don't have no conference for the 5 year, can anybody like in the party speak out, like who have ambition to become a prime minister?
Of course, you can always voice your opinion, but remember, you can be sidelined because if the majority side with him, then you'll get sidelined.
So after 2 years, because it's in the paper, so after 2 years, what am I going to know? Put it to the side?
No, the timing of the 2 years kind of critical in us. The timing of the 2 years is before the election. 2 years before the election, you can't go against the president of the party. After the election run, the floor is open again for the next 3 years. So the best thing to do is avoid keeping the conference.
Exactly.
So the first 3 years and now, you can get contest and can contest him.
Yes. But if you don't keep the conference, if you don't keep the conference, somebody can contest him.
Oh, you can fight him, yes, sir.
So I just twist bureaucracy.
Wow.
So it's only party that if the 15 decides to go against him.
Wow.
15 of the MP decide to sign up and go against him.
Well, we will see as time goes along because all it takes for remove him as opposition leader is 15 MP signing a letter and sending it to the Governor General that them no longer have confidence in him. That's all it takes, 15 out of the 28. Right? But it's a bad thing that they are doing. They are trampling on democracy. For you...
Bookman, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something, Bookman, because when I come as scrub, I get Phyllis. So you are saying that having the 14th seat was technically a blessing in disguise, in one sense, because it's going to take 15 signatures to send to the GG to get rid of the leader. So having 14 seats actually was a blessing in disguise. And they still had was to amend the constitution to say 2 years before the general election, nobody should oppose the president of the party. And some deep bureaucracy we are talking about, you know?
Yeah, because remember the party split 3 ways, you know. The party split 3 ways. The party split with what them call risers. The party split with the Peter Phillips backers because they've been backing Peter Phillips from Imateka and Portia.
Nice.
So him have seen
Rise United.
No man, I think one thing them a Rise United.
And they have one PMP Rise United.
There's a Peter Phillips faction. And then you have the old guy-hearted ones them are the
leftists.
Yes. Them know a 3-way the party split. So he could not take a chance going up to the election with that split in the party. He doesn't know which angle the challenge gonna come from. And as much as you say, I think he's worried about Damian and Lisa Hanna. Because with Lisa Hanna, so she's not running again, he had them jittery. And people were saying to her, we can back here, and push him out. We can back, because as I say, all it needs, is just a set of signatures, a majority, and him gone.
So what about Peter Bunting and Dayton Campbell?
Peter Bunting always have ambition to become Prime Minister, but that is something that me say, the United States government said, even our former ambassador said, that should never happen.
What Bookman?
That should never happen.
Bookman. Remember say Mark Bowling only hold the slap because Peter Bunting losing seat.
Yes, he hold the slap for Peter in an effort for Peter to become Prime Minister. But I just want to remind Jamaica that it will be a sad day if Peter Bunting become Prime Minister, because if your Uncle Sam, if the United States said them no want him, the Prime Minister no time. I don't see why you have a set of people in a business and politics, especially a large newspaper, where push Peter. As I noticed them start to push campaign already, the Gleaner. If you're looking at the headlines, them start to publish the salaries of cabinet ministers. Them start to publish how much it costs to run airport.
Like
and everything. Them start campaign already.
So, Bookman, I like your line of reason how you explain things. So, you wipe out Philip Parler out completely as leader.
Philip Palwell have the largest delegates in the party. Philip Palwell have significant power in the party, but nationally, Philip Palwell kind of damaged, and that's the problem. Nothing is impossible,
He's very likable. He's a very likable person, though.
Within certain circles, yes. Nothing is impossible, But him have a stigma that.
Yeah, a monkey on him back.
Yes, him have a serious.
And he would definitely be a leftist.
Yeah, man. I said to them the name out, I don't think Palmer was in it. Campbell, Tony Hilton, Bunting, I think about 5 of them the US name out. I said none of them should never become Prime Minister because they're communists.
Yeah, but Bunting said he can't manage the justice system, he can't manage that one day. Or he could have been the leader.
No, but remember say the only security minister get robbing.
You know what I said? Sky said he can't manage the work.
Good morning. Hi, Scrum.
Long time.
I know that she don't want me come talk to you. Long to get back to come up.
Nice to hear you, man.
Yeah, question here. Is it because of their leftist view or is it because of what went down with Darrell Vaz when that man was the ambassador to Jamaica?
Yes, he made some mischief to the ambassador as security minister against Darrell Vaz. It's public knowledge.
Yeah, he told some lies and tried to influence the US government.
Was it that's why they blacklisted him?
No, it wasn't that situation. It was a situation in the 90s while Patterson was Prime Minister. Remember, these men were all MPs and ministers. You had Tony Hilton, you had Campbell, because he was cabinet secretary or something like that. He was the communication minister.
That is Colin Campbell or Dayton Campbell?
No, Colin, man. He was a communication minister at the time.
We're talking about Dayton, not Dayton. We're talking about Bunting.
Remember I said, under the Patterson administration, so Dayton not coming yet.
No, I'm talking about Peter Bunting.
Yeah, man. Then Bunting wasn't there, man. The 90s, their alignment. It was because of the alignment and some things that they were doing with, I don't want to call the country name, with a certain communist country.
Venezuela.
The United States got wind of it and their agreements and arrangements with them and realized that all these men were communists.
I thought it had more to do, and this is my, interpretation of more to do, because remember that was the same thing that happened to Edward Seaga.
So it's alleged. Me not see it yet. It's alleged. Hi,
What's alleged?
Hi, Marcia.
Hi, that's what. Sorry.
What's alleged, Scott?
No, come in a seat yet, Dottie. Me don't know.
Marcia, good morning.
Good morning, my dear. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah, sorry, I did say morning, but anyhow, remember that was the same kind of mischief that they did to Seaga with that John Rawlings deal. And that congressman, when Seaga found out about it, when he wanted to purchase the property out at Rose Hall, and Seaga running away from it. And say, hell no, because these dirt cheap, he wanted it, and there was some other stuff that went down with him. And Seaga said, well, hell no, and he went and made mischief about how Seaga misused fund. One of the congressmen in the American Congress, and he went and made mischief, and they investigated him, and he was to step down from his post. So that's why I linked this one to what happened with the alleged case with Peter Bunting and Daryl Vaz, and how he was denied, or he's not denied, but his U.S. visa was revoked based on information of alleged corruption. So that's why I was thinking, because it was Papier who asked to be resigned, who lobbied for Daryl to get back his visa.
Yeah, but remember, it's not only Daryl, Bunting pushed Powell under the bus too,
Exactly. So that's why I asked if was it, but I didn't know about that part about him being involved in that part of the world. I just knew of this.
Their involvement was from the 90s under the Patterson administration.
Right. But anyhow, it breeds corruption, all of what they do, and maybe that's why.
But BB&G are one of the biggest corrupt entity. What they did to the taxpayers of Jamaica, I don't think Jamaicans really understand. When I listen to Omar, and Adley Shah, when they went back and forth.
Well, I'm just people top of the life for me. I have 200 and how it go? I have 244 over here. Top of the life, Come chat. No fun asleep for me over here.
And when I got the explanation and I really look at it, now Omar is the finance minister. These men are lying to your party. You could have gotten money to borrow at cheaper rates, but you choose for these men to go and borrow it on the international market and then loan it to you at more expensive rates.
And this is what people not understanding what the guy did, because when PJ came out and said Tata to IMF, he came back to the local market to them. It was a whole group of them, and the local poor people were not able to get to buy some of those government papers. They were offering them at 30 to 60% return.
Marcia, every time we repeat that statement from PJ, that tie with the IMF, we should explain it because people, it sounds sexy, so we should explain and make people understand why. He couldn't meet the criteria.
No.
He couldn't meet the criteria of the IMF.
No.
So he went and took it on the black market.
No, it wasn't the criteria.
It wasn't criteria.
No, it wasn't the criteria. What he did, he played, and this is the reason why he won the election. He played to the emotion of the Jamaican people, because when he said Tata to the IMF, he broke the borrowing agreement. That's what he was doing. He broke, because you have to have an agreement in place, right? So he broke away from that borrowing agreement, right? He didn't pay them off, because people have it to say when he said Tata, he paid them off. He never paid them off. So what he did, after he broke away from the borrowing agreement, he came back to the local market with these band of cahoots, them come up with a plan to say, you know what, man, let us get in some money and lend the government. And that's what they did. And this is how they made 30 to 60%. They became a billionaire overnight.
No, man, they all became billionaires. Even Bunting became a multi-billionaire overnight. Because you have to remember, Jamaican people not getting this part, you know.
No.
All of that money that was borrowed and loaned to the government is every single, including myself, who had to pay back that money.
30 to 60, even to know he's, what's his name? Andrew still paying for it. 30 to 60%.
We have to pay back that money. And at the end of the day, they got rich.
Exactly.
Vivian, and she got rich.
So look at it. If you have $100, right, and you loan the government $100, right, you make either $30 return or $60 return, depending on the interest rate. So when you get back your money, you get back $160. Now, when you count off $160, it might not sound like a lot, but when you're talking about billions and billions of dollars, you know how much you return on those things? And this is why they were able to sit at him on the spa, sip Hennessy, drink champagne and play golf, and go to Baskerville Beach, go hang out like playboys.
Well, that's why a certain man that was down by Central Manchester that lost his seat down there could be flying on private jets and his children flying to school and flying back home. The man's children flew to school and flew back home on private jet between Jamaica and America on taxpayers' money because they borrowed it cheap money and loaned it at expensive rates.
Yeah, man, them people they do some atrocity and nobody
people don't know some of these things.
They do some atrocity to the poor people in Jamaica. Poor people in Jamaica. So this is get in the box. They say Andrew get rich. Andrew get rich with $2 million. Is that what riches is, my dear? Is that what riches is? $2 million. Are not gonna kill him for? $2 million. That's what they're looking for, my dear.
They're talking about putting school children in pro box, but they have their children flying on private jet back between Jamaica and America.
And not only that, too, what they used to do with Air Jamaica, they load up Air Jamaica every weekend. Then come down on Air Jamaica free. And people who are paying, they used to bump them off at Air Jamaica. So you as a paying passenger, they bump you off to put a free loader on it. And this is why Air Jamaica, this was one of the reasons why Air Jamaica went down.
Why you people cannot be fair and balanced? Why everybody talk on party side? Hey, why can't be fair and balanced and talk about all the corruption from both sides?
Name the corruption. Name the corruption.
Balance, man. You have a friend say now. Where secretary declaration cannot be signed off. And you up with it and agree with it. When you don't see the corruption, when you see the amount of money I leave from one account to the other account. The man all of Dutch tax, not even paying taxes them.
I will answer you.
When you talk about it,
I will answer you.
Be fair and balanced, man.
Yeah, let me give you a little history. I'm gonna read out some corruption. You wanna talk about corruption? Let's let me
Talk about corruption now, to the day. To the day,
my dear,
Every sector have been compromised right now.
my dear, let me tell you something.
Jamaica.
Let me tell you
Talk about
something.
that, man. And stop talking politics.
Let me tell you something.
Jamaica. That now fix the road. We're not talking about now fix the road.
We're not quarreling.
We have better healthcare. We now have a better education system.
Listen to me, we're not quarreling, my dear, because something that we keep on live. Come on, don't quarrel. Don't quarrel.
Come on now. Everybody
keep on live. Let us reason in a logical manner, my dear. Let us reason.
Be fair, man, and balanced.
No, hold on. We're not quarreling.
For the one-sided thing, man. The one-sided thing now.
Quarreling?
No, Karen, I tell you, say not help Jamaica.
Okay, so let us start then. So you made your point. Let us make our point. You can go ahead, man, and talk to him first, and then I can come in after.
No, talk, man.
So, Nico, you mentioned statutory declaration. My response to that is, has the Integrity Commission come out and say they have found any corruption?
Why they refer to the FID? Everybody else.
That's not the question. No, sir, answer the question.
And I'm saying to you, listen to me.
No, that is not the answer, sir.
Why you're talking about corruption?
I'm not a child. Listen to me.
Everybody else. He answered the question.
Hasn't said they found corruption.
Listen what me I said to you. everybody
but
else.
we're not gonna listen because
Lady, the man asks you a question.
No, but you can't.
What's your name? What's your name? Say what's your name.
But you cannot answer a question with a question.
The gentleman asks a question and you won't allow me. You see me? You're jumping. You see me? Everybody else own when them sign off and they can't even sign off it, but his one have to refer to the FID. So tell me something much stronger said off refer to another investigating agency. Tell me.
That doesn't say something is wrong.
All right.
It just means that they might want some more.
That means it's not transparent enough. So them
No, you can't say that. Remember now.
Why they refer? Tell me why they refer to the FID.
Let me tell you. Let me explain that part of it.
Marcia, you guys.
All right. Number one. Whenever time the mandate of the IC is from once the declaration is tabled in Parliament, all the investigation has been completed. You cannot go back and refer to another department. That is their mandate. So because you have all of the resources, this is the reason why they brought in a forensic auditor. They have access to TAJ. They have access to FID. They bypass those two government agencies because they said, you know what, man, we're going to not look at those two. Let's take it outside of the country because maybe we get a better, assessment of it. So they went outside of the country. They hired that forensic auditor from Trinidad. They paid over $30 million to do a forensic audit. Now, forensic, as you know, the word forensic is just like when somebody unalive and you see them go through every nicks and cranny and look for everything. That is what a forensic auditor they do. All right? After they did that, the forensic auditor gave them a final report. If you notice, that final report was missing from Parliament. They did not table that final report. They did not tell us what the conclusion of the financial, the auditor's summary after they finished. They tabled the report in Parliament. Kevin Stevens, said he's not satisfied. So he wants to refer it to the tax auditor and FID. Now remember, their mandate or their policy is that you cannot, from once it has been tabled into Parliament, you cannot now go and refer it to another investigation. You have to do that before. That's number one.
I didn't remember that part because
number
what
two
is that they have a prosecutor, they have all the bodies to deal with the matter. So they should not be going outside.
One second. Did they refer to the prosecutor?
Yes, hold on a second, sir. You must, because in order, the prosecutor is in house. Kevin is the investigator. He has, when he finishes his report, he has to take it to the prosecutor. This is what her name is, Kamika, Prince Kamika. This is why she wrote in her summarization to say no charges, because she would have received a copy of the forensic auditor's summary, that international forensic audit. Hold on, let me finish, sir. Let me finish.
Hold
on, man. Hold on. She would have known. She is the one, because Kevin cannot charge him. She is the prosecutor for the IC. She did her final summarization and says no charges is to be laid against the Prime Minister based on the investigation and based on what she saw in that report. There is nothing named oversight committee.
They refer to a committee, right?
What committee?
We have around 13. I think around 13 JLP members. I think around 2 PNP members.
No, sir, that's not true. Not true, sir. Don't make a story.
Talking the PAC are one of those committees in Parliament. But listen, what Marcia has just explained to you is the Integrity Commission has every single department to deal with the matter. For them to do the investigation, find whatever they find, forward it to the prosecutor and the different departments. And then now, after the prosecutor says there's nothing to charge him here for, they see nothing wrong, you know what to outside. That is wrong. It shows that you are on a witch hunt. You are out to get someone.
They must table it.
No, based on what they're seeing.
But sir,
it is not consistent and based on the level amount what they want. The Prime said they're not getting it.
No, number two. Hold on a second. Hold on. So if you're saying you're saying they're not getting the documents from the Prime Minister, remember that they have the court in their hand. They can always get the court to force him to turn over the document. Hold on. Let me just explain that part. Let me just explain that part to you, sir. There's a little bit more to it. Now, if you notice that they didn't ask the court, the reason why is because their law tells them that if you ask for personal information, like when buying wife's perfume, panty, pad, and all them something there, the court is their mandate is that he doesn't have to give those lists. He does not. He exercises his right. Hold on. No, cut it off, man. No, cut off no long story short, because when you come and you don't know where they go on and spread rumors. He refused. He within his own rights. He within his own rights exercise that right to say, I don't want to make a list of it. That is my private information.
Okay, you're land now, right? All right. Why the Prime Minister taking the IC to court now to strike out a certain part? To strike out a certain part, which they know now. This side part where I expose them more than anything else. And I'm going to try to strike out that. If you have nothing to hide, must let the law stand and take course if you have nothing to hide.
Let me explain that to you. If you're there with your wife, and your wife come and accuse you, say you have a woman out there, right? You know what? Defend yourself. You're not going to say, no, honey, that's not true. I'm a church.
That's not true. I'm not true. I'm going to say not true, right?
Pardon me?
When it's true, I'm going to say it's not true, right?
No, that is up to you, lying. That is up to you. You have a right to defend. What I'm saying to you, my dear, you have a right. Whether you want to admit it or not, you have a right to defend yourself. Hold on. Let me talk. No, sir. No. Don't tell me. You have a right to defend yourself. Now, one part of that thing where the Prime Minister, because he said, based on what happened, he said, no, I wasn't treated fairly here. I want the court to look at a review of the procedure they used, because as a matter of fact, it came out that they were using some nefarious procedure to come to the decision. So he asked the court to do a review of it. Number two, the IC, and you can back me up on this one, Dotty. The IC, right, have a thing where if you committed the crime, I commit a crime, the police come to me and says, you have to give me the evidence. Not them investigating it, you have to give me the evidence. That is what the Prime Minister said. No, the onus is not supposed to be on him to give you and you're supposed to go investigate and find it. Don't let me give you that, because I am incriminating myself. And that's it. That is one of them that he wanted to strike out.
Remember, what Nico is asking about going to the court. It is a right of every Jamaican, every citizen to redress in the court. If you feel you are being wrong, it is your right to go to the court and say, listen, I feel I'm being wrong, There's nothing wrong in going to the court.
I'll tell you something now. You see, all of you people talking.
I know you're not going to believe so.
On the knowledgeable, on know a lot, on know the truth, but on hide behind the truth.
What?
Something is definitely. Well, listen, let me talk. On know something is definitely wrong with the Prime Minister, and it's been pointing out to us in all one news. 180 degrees, 360 degrees, fine news. We are telling all the move where the Prime Minister make, and they move one set of money from one business to the other business, and they tell us it's a way of money laundering. And when every time you talk a while now, they might show you, say it's a way of money laundering, and they might tell us it's a way of the next way the more I use. You see me? They might tell you all of the inconsistent with the Prime Minister. See, what they want to talk about, and there's something is definitely wrong. That we cannot be level on the table and only know. And in the name of politics, we play hypocrite, we hug up corruption, and we hide behind it because we are different party. Let me defend Jamaica now. Let me defend Jamaica.
Okay, your land now. Let me say this to you, right? For for you to prove money laundering, if you have your bank account, then put your pay in your bank account, and you move around your pay your light bill, you pay your water bill, you give your sweetheart, you transfer money to your sweetheart, you transfer money to your wife, you do your loan, you do everything. Is that money laundering? For you to prove money. Hold on a second. Let me finish. For you to prove. No. Listen to me. Number one, the step that they missed out, that Kevin Stevenson is not telling you, is where the money came from. Where the money came from. Because if you cannot prove where the money came from, well, you're going to say the money is into the account and the money is laundering when you move around your money. You cannot, sir. You cannot. You have money, enter the money. The money enter the account. The money, but the expert, them already listen to them, I lie to you, I'm not expert them.
Oh, they lie.
The money must show, you must prove where the money is coming. You must prove what, because people have nefarious idea where them want, my dear. You must prove.
Hold on,
where the money from. Where the money comes from. How did the money enter the account? That is what you have to prove. No, you are now talking about millions of dollars. You know how much money? It was $2 million US. $2 million US. The whole of Jamaica, they get upset about the Prime Minister.
No. There's more than one account.
2 million is a total.
400 million.
400 million. $400 million is equivalent. Hold on. $400 million is equivalent to 400 million Jamaican dollars is equivalent to $2 million US.
Listen, sir. The man show which the Prime Minister them saying that tax dodger, you're not paying them taxes, and all of that.
You know, you see now, because when you hear the show
with offshore, even Mark Golden have offshore assets.
The man, I know offshore assets. He bring all like offshore assets. Them coming to the country when he became Prime Minister.
But I want to talk to Nico. Nico, you see, all of these things we're talking about, Ricardo, bring 200 million and all of the money. Is one thing I want you to understand now. There was a situation I'll never forget. You remember the O.J. Simpson case? You were around that time, right?
Yeah.
You know why O.J. Simpson got away? Why do you think O.J. Simpson got away?
They played the racist card.
No, not just that. Because the police tampered with the crime scene. You see what the investigator did? And I'm going to show you. It's what you're repeating, what the investigator did. The investigator put a lot of dormant accounts that have been closed. Accounts that is...
No, listen to me.
No, listen to this. No, just listen to this. I'm showing you the investigator tamper with the evidence. This investigator that was investigating the Prime Minister put a lot of dormant accounts in the report and also put accounts that is to his mother, his sister, his brother, that they just name him as a next of kin on it, right? He tried to mess up the thing so bad. In trying to convict the man, right? I don't know if he found any other evidence, but in trying to convict the man, he put things that wasn't there, and those are some of the things you are repeating now. Because when I read the evidence, I realized that a lot of these accounts were never needed, and some of them were closed many years ago, 20 years ago. What was he trying to do?
Exactly, and if the accounts were closed before the investigation, why are you including them into the investigation? If the accounts were closed long before the investigation, outside of the period that you're talking, why are they putting those accounts? So obvious, and the forensic reports state that the same people they hired and pay over $30 million Jamaican, they came out with their summarization and they said there was nothing nefarious of what the Prime Minister did. And they said he don't have 28 accounts. It's only 8 accounts, which he declared to the IC, including his children account because his name is on them.
All right. I don't know any amount of account the price don't have. You see me, we're not talking about that. That's illegal.
Hold on. Just one second. Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, morning.
What happened?
Nothing much.
What happened?
Yeah. What you know, just tell this what going and just listen what going and even send the request neither, but yeah.
You know you reach up here.
You know some more thing here, phone man and things up with you wanna take.
Alright, no problem. Go ahead. All right, people, hear what? Tap up the screen. You know, people tap the live, please. Tap the live.
Right. $2 million. That's what they are talking. $2 million equivalent to approximately a little bit over.
All right. So how much money in the account? No, you know, me not know about the account sitting here. You know, only you not fight about it all the time.
No. What they're talking about is 400 million. They said he has moving around in his account. 400 million Jamaican dollars is just $2 million US dollars. To work it out. It's just around 2.5 million Jamaican dollars, 2.5 million US dollars. That is what the whole of Jamaica getting arms about. When Mark Golding, he get over 20 million US dollars from FinSac. 1 bill alone. In bill FinSac for 20 million US dollars. 1 bill for FinSac, he get over 29 billion on papers that we have right now that shows Mark Golding, company Deering, Bunting and Golding pulled down $29 million US. How much is $29 million?
You know that, Marcia?
Because we have it, I researched it. It's paper, my dear. I studied this paper.
I asked the same question with the Prime Minister too.
No, it's on paper. If you want me to send you a copy of it, I can send you a copy. It's on paper.
I know.
No, it's on paper.
You know how the operator, the Marshal, come in.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You know how the operator, I asked Nick when he's come over here, about the Prime Minister. I said, how you know?
Yes.
And I tell Nick.
Actually, I have a copy of the paper. I have a copy of the paper and fixed.
But the Prime Minister can't bring a court.
Pardon me? Yes, him charge him to court. Of course, that's what he did because he asked for a judicial review.
Maybe I'm not guilty. What you think?
Well, no, because he said the process is a judge review is a process to allow the court to review action taken by the IC to how they come to that decision. What procedure did they use? That's what he's asking, and he's also asking for some of the stuff them to be struck down. Now, one of the thing I heard people talking about is that he's not querying to say it was money laundering. He's querying to say that your judicial review, which is a rubbish question, because what you need to do, you solve the easiest part first, and from once you solve the easiest part, everything is slow. That's how law operates. Everything falls into place. If you solve A, then B, C, and D connect immediately. So he doesn't have to go to that. Just like when Vybz Kartel appealed his case, if you notice, they did not appeal the murder case. They appealed to say that his constitutional rights were breached. Right? They did not appeal to say was he guilty or not. No, they appeal it based to say that his constitutional rights were breached. Now, from once they can prove that, it's over. It's over. And that's what the Prime Minister is saying. The process that they use.
Marcia, my sister. Official, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Scrub. What's up?
Lord Jesus, Marcia when she come over here. Not like our Prime Minister,
No, but she attacked the truth.
What you say?
I know for them, and I'm going to tell you this stuff for them people when you see her come over here and the Prime Minister.
Them not bash the Prime Minister. The people they don't see us on a job, Mark. When the rest of people.
Yeah, I understand the answer story, but no for them, within themselves, they just open at their feelings. You understand what I say? They just open at their feelings because, honestly, as a big man, I'm here, some of them are reason. It's for them, them go for political. You understand what I say? Because at the end of the day, never say Angela how much fun book or whatever the case may be. But
wait. Come here now, always come over here with it. Me I tell you the truth. Me always meet me my can guard. Come here now, go cost. Me I tell you the truth, you know. Anytime I don't come here, meet me my can guard. I'm busy. So me ask you know, how much bank account the Prime Minister?
them say a 20 years.
Well, 20 years bank account and 20 years seat. That nobody.
That's what them say. Them say a 20 years.
That's it.
But this, all right, somebody say 8 bank account. Nothing wrong if the man have 8 bank account.
Exactly my point. That's why I'm telling you, no for them we have car.
So what the problem is?
It's just a political thing.
Nothing wrong if you have 8 bank account.
Exactly my point.
Because some we have all 5 bank account. That's the truth.
But the IC told the public is 28 accounts in have. That's what they did. They have a period of time when they started investigating him from, let's say they said from 2016 to 2024, right? They went beyond 2016, look for those closed accounts that were not within the period and said, oh, by the way, those accounts were closed, we're going to invest, we're going to put them in there. Now, if it wasn't closed in the period of your investigating, why are you bringing that back up? Why are you doing that? Because they were closed long before the period.
So let me ask you, Marcia, how I bring it back up?
No, but that's what IC said. He has 28 accounts. It was the IC.
So they bring it back up now?
Yes, and this is when the forensic auditor came out in their summarization.
So when they bring it back up? Lately, yeah?
No. That is part of the procedure that is.
The argument wasn't about 28 bank, but Marcia bringing that.
Listen to me, man. Stop your
phone. It was established like that.
No, right now, presently, as she come up with the account, the argument was about account.
Yes, but you cannot pick and choose where you cannot pick and choose where you think.
You can have any amount of account you want. It's not illegal.
So what is the argument?
Why was it
Prime Minister? What is the argument? We are trying to figure the argument. What is the argument now with the Prime Minister?
I talk about this statutory declaration that cannot sign off over from 2019. And what the problem? And they must say, they must say somebody that said the Prime Minister. So I say, why the Prime Minister when everybody else one can sign off? Around 8 to 10 of them one cannot sign off from that time until now. But everybody one can sign off. And we say, it don't look good. As a Prime Minister, you're supposed to be transparent. You're the head of the country. So you're supposed to be clear and crystal. And then everybody follow.
That's why the
Hello, this is over scrub and me take on the dog. You realize that the big life them when me I keep over here, me fling off anybody. Me want to hear me ears, no disrespect to the elders, but me want to hear me ears cut. You know me slow and me need to hear. Me very slow, me very done, so me need to hear.
I'm on both sides of corruption. And the way forward, everybody attack on them party side and them prime side, the opposition side. And if we ever come on the internet every day and take a full party, we not take up for Jamaica. See, we must put Jamaica first. You see me? But everybody come and defend them party. You see me? And Prime Minister, oh, we have so much feelings to Prime Minister, man. Prime Minister not feelings to me. You want to see what me I drive fan now? Prime Minister not feelings to me.
You know my problem.
Yeah, we are saying, Marcia, you have to wait, no man. That's why you have to say, I don't want to take you up, you have to wait, no man. You know what I mean, the drink, man. Remember, say she never did attack over you. So yeah, I said on it.
Yeah, election done. I must go and the country affairs now. See who are better for Jamaica.
Alright, so what is the country affairs, you know? More I feel that. I want to go to the country, you know.
When I hear the country affairs,
Cost of living like it's too high. The ticket them too high where we have to pay as a motorist.
How much you want to do? Come here, so keep live, you know. Next, how much you want to bring?
Hospital line, they want to well educated and good teacher them, 3/4 of them teacher them running on a foreign car. Better payments. The nurses and doctors ain't gonna be scraps in the hospital now. If every teacher dead, you say the hospital they want whole heap of machine and everything you have to go outside to a private place go do thousands of dollars. And then we are how much money I'm missing, all $7 billion missing in the health system. You see? And then the hospital have nothing. So all of the money we are missing, a thief and a robber, the country could have fixed. Nobody not got prison for the money, they want them a thief.
Then
I said,
what is the money? What is the money?
Misappropriate of funds. They might use different words than I use the misappropriate of funds and them things there. Even if you go prison for taxpayer money, we have to regular.
What is the money? What is the money? I need to talk.
We have Anglo taxpayer money.
If you come and say money at thief, what's the proof the money at thief?
You don't know how much money missing. You know how much $1 trillion missing.
But who are thief? That's a simple question.
Who not be able to
No, mister, that's a lie.
So we have to Andrew at thief money there.
Once a year, man. You know, listen, you know, read now, man.
So basically, I say Andrew and JLP at thief money there.
Official, the man who's money I'm missing.
Let me just give you a rundown of the state of the economy in the country right now. Let me just give you a plain rundown. Right now, unemployment rate is at 3.3%.
That's a lie. That's a big fat lie. Big fat lie.
Interrupt me, host.
Next, remember, I don't need to interrupt you. So give her time, please.
Unemployment rate is at 3.3%. Crime is at 42%, trending down. Minimum wage is at $16,000, supposed to be going to $18,000 next year. The Bank of Jamaica interest rate is at 5.75. As a matter of fact, by Christmas, it's supposed to be at 5.25. When you have the Bank of Jamaica interest rate at that, the base rate is at that means your mortgage, if the bank are honest, they reduce your interest rate on your mortgage, your car payment, you can go out, you have more money now, because if your mortgage interest rate reduces, that means you're going to pay less monthly. So instead of paying $10,000, you might pay $8,000. That's an extra $2,000 in your pocket. Inflation rate is at 4.4%. Poverty rate is the lowest it's ever been, 16.7%. Jamaica debt to GDP is 62%, coming from 140%. When this is 140%, so for everything you produce in the country at 100%, you have to pay a debt, and then you find another $40 to make up on the 100 we you produce already. Just Jamaica International Credit, just like in North America, you have credit score. Ours just moved from a BB minus to a BB. We are 2 steps from a high grade investment. That tells you that the country can borrow money at a lower, better interest rate. More better investments are coming in because they see that the country dollar is stabilized. They see that the country crime rate is going down, and the economy is also stable. Our net international reserve, this is the money where we save up, is $6.15 billion. This is the first in the history we have so much saved money now we save in the account. All right? Interest, something there. Income tax on JPS, where they use my pay for it, it's now 7%. Those are hospitals being fixed, hospitals being built, schools are being built. The Conway Regional Hospital is going to open in the middle of next year, 800 new beds. The Children's Hospital, first in the Western Jamaica, 600 new beds. Right? We're going to have an additional 4,000 rooms of new hotel building and expansion. You're telling me that investors are invested in Jamaica and they don't see, and the country is not stable? Another thing again, we are not going to be selling oil to Trinidad and Tobago. We buy crude from them, we process it, refine it, and sell it back to them. That's what we're going to be doing, non-traditional things that we never used to. So my dear, the country's looking good.
But Jamaica no produce oil, Marcia. Where you at about?
Pardon me?
Jamaica no produce oil.
No, we don't. What happened in Trinidad and Tobago, they are oil producing country. They locked down their oil refinery plan a couple of years ago. Siaga was the one who purchased the Petrodrum oil refinery back in the 80s. So now they're going to start up reproduction. They don't have an oil refinery. They're going to sell the crude to Jamaica. 1 million barrel of crude to Jamaica. Jamaica going to process it and sell it back to them at $140 million US.
All right.
So this is how, and not only that, we're going to use the leftover. 1 second, we're going to use the leftover. All the sediment will left over from it to tar our road and sell tar to other countries. Hello?
Marcia, Mr. Paul was in charge of that ministry for almost 20 years.
And they
Why
sold.
did he never enter no agreement with no country
They did.
to refine oil for them and make profit?
They did. They went in with Venezuela. They sold it, the shares of our refinery to Venezuela. It's since Andrew came back into power, Andrew bought back 100% all of it from them.
Yeah, but that's different, you know. The deal that they have with Venezuela, remember they sold a part of the refinery to Venezuela. I am saying the agreement that we have with Trinidad is that we refine the crude and sell it back to them.
To be honest with you, maybe back in the days, back time then, to be honest with them, maybe back then, I think their refinery was going good. So they didn't need us, but they locked it down. I think it's around 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago, they locked it down, and now they want to start back. So they have to fix theirs first before. That's why they're using Jamaica. We're also looking, Guyana just discovered oil, and because there is a problem with Venezuela, as soon as that is sorted out, we are looking to do the same because they don't have an oil refinery as yet. I don't know if they're going to build one. Chances are they might, but it's not going to be on the market right now. So Jamaica is hoping to ink a deal, if they haven't done so as yet, to process it for them and sell it back. When you process it, it's cheaper in the crude, just like what they used to do with our bauxite. When we sell our raw bauxite, or it was cheaper, and the man who refined it, and then make the money off of it. This is what Jamaica, Andrew told me.
All right, Leo. All right, thank you, Marcia. All right, Leo.
Leroy.
Sorry, Jesus have mercy. Leroy, yes. I'll tell you, hold on. Miss Marcia, I'm not going for a second because I have to hear me ears up here. Okay, thank you, Miss Marcia. Leroy, make me talk here. When we keep livestock, so me always keep some big live over here because I like to hear me ears. I don't know what make nice in the background. Remember, say if nice I make me can't learn, Yeah. So if nice I make me can't learn. So let me ask you now. So what you tell me about? What you tell me now, sir?
Yeah, man. Me come on because me hear certain thing of narrative of push. I mean, I say the fact that the court, the Andrew Holness, is spending for the 13th of next month to settle the whole issue. Me just check say everybody should just brace and arrest that until the
wait until the 13th.
Yeah, when that done now, so really man thing have to go through because this is where it's been into. And the second thing, the man in a government, and he lead by 1,000 miles, So we have to just work with the thing, and give the opposition them time and space to put in a shadow cabinet because up to now that not done yet. So we in the politics, and we say it's a forward movement we are looking for. And so what me see, a lot of the PNP has gone with the propaganda thing long time, and they don't realize that the massive of the Jamaican public, the people them don't pass all that because they put in the government. I mean to say them don't look through the IC thing and push that one side. So we have to just say see it as it is and say, well, we are moving on now from this on.
for the next 5 years because that's what the Constitution said. You know, so we have to work with the government that is now in place. You understand? And pray too because you are going now. There's 2 things that is on the agenda that is going to go forward next year, early next year. We then go and deal with the file in our own state.
Where is it?
All right. We them all drill for oil in our own seas early next year, and the people them they already. Them all drill for copper in one other place in our country. But them no parish them all starting. But them
So
start.
when all that drilling take place now, I wonder if we are gonna get some of my money when.
Yeah, man. All right, you are going. But you are going. I don't think. I guess Guyana discover oil, everything. Then GDP gone down and everything just start pick up over there. Infrastructure build up and everything. I see them boom. Boom. If you find oil, I see them boom. We still see something go on with production with the oil still. Because we have the facility to refine oil in Jamaica. But you know, and the fact that Guyana next year going to have to ask we after them settle them thing with Venezuela. We ask we help them out until them build them one refine. That money all about for we. So we see a positive thing going right now. And there's a lot of PNP still are going with the negative thing, and if we drop that, a full time we pass that now. And they might not realize that we pass it, but the reality is we pass that. You know, government in place, all the ministers them in place, and we have the other, what you call them, junior minister them in place. Everybody ready to take off, you know. So we work with the system, adjust yourself, you know, and work with it, because I just said that.
Okay. All right. Mr. Leo, thanks. Here, Kibro, Marcy.
Hey, we call the Marcy. One new Marcy, come on.
Then are you?
I'm glad to hear you guys. And one of my interests is the hospital in Jamaica, the healthcare system in Jamaica. I'm not really hearing anyone talking about it, you know.
How healthcare system down there go? Come tell me.
You know, someone good at all because the hospital, them when we see and go and know, them break down, we go there, them go there, they some can share from morning till night, nobody can understand them, they sit down to learn that is true. My ex-husband down there sit down for when that COVID sit down, I mean that was COVID. But no, the system still not get better. We don't have no hospital. Healthcare is very important, and I hear nobody talking about it, my dear.
You know what, maybe, you know, say I can do a live about it with you.
You need to. You want somebody with a speaker who want the more cool one. You want everybody to speak up.
You know we can speak up.
Come on, man, one and two and three about get together with the speaker.
Then all your mouth now get
this is a platform where you are speaker and you come and hear and listen and come join you.
Oh yeah, 146 somebody. All right, so everybody who's struggling with the healthcare, we're gonna talk about the healthcare because hospital is a big issue still, you know.
Of course.
So we have to know. So what you need the government to fix when they come on to healthcare?
At least the hospital, people can go in there and get a bed, and then need security. Security, can we open?
Oh God, lady, I like first like you tell the security that the hospital them down there.
I mean, security one time people going down inside go work and go put on them back on a car not to go to sheet and go sell them to the people that want to die there.
Then lady, oh you know the man that
that's what we hear.
Then lady, you can't come over here with you. Take out your shoes and take out your shoes.
We come from one small to the
Hold on there. So then take out your sheet and then take out your sheet.
Then we take out them sheets.
Then all you know they take away people sheet.
Really, we are Jamaica. We know.
Master, me ask, then you can't come over here. Then prove. Then take away no sheet for you, man.
No, they don't take no sheet.
Then sometimes you don't have to tell us.
Listen to me.
Then all you have to
break on the system. If you can break the system when the government is trying to build up, it can go steer up. We need the hospital and we need people with security to secure the hospital and the goods that are coming in here for the poor people. We know we can't afford it here, but I'm just saying we need security. That's whatever comes for the poor people is safe in the hospital.
Okay, so whatever the people them donate to the hospital, like the sheet them,
right.
You want them to stay there.
See them to every poor people then. Because we see what's happening there and walk.
No, but the sheet is there to spread the bed, ma'am. Whether you're poor or rich.
Yes.
So you're telling me no, the sheet them will come in now, they're missing.
That's what I heard.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
From people who work in the hospital?
Yes. But it's not only the people who take things, you know. We need the hospital bill and beds and so on here for the elderly. Whether you're young or you're poor, people are old. Baby coming, you have to hold them in and hold night. We need the healthcare system to start building up back. We country nice, you know. We country nice. We don't love their country after them disease. We love the country. I'm gonna like to see that especially to the elderly women. My grandfather, sing on long there, I'm going to go hospital. We sit on that chair.
Do a lot of people I want to put people a call.
Talk about this, of course.
No, I tell you, I want to put people in back about it. The lady with the bathtub here, see?
Gotcha.
Same with that top. Alright, so here what? The hospital system. We always hear people talk about the hospital system, and I do need to do a live on it, people, and I just the truth.
That's the truth.
We need, because a lot of people are telling me about the hospital system, we need to do a live on it.
Good evening.
Hola, Wagwan.
Big up yourself. All right, guys. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? What I don't take from people. You see, if somebody ever come on and tell me something, and the way your technology is right now, we not have to hear it said. You can show me Wagwan. So once you can show...
Whether you're part in a power or no, I would things we know are going at the hospital system, and it's just the truth, sir.
But listen, me not go talk, and me not go say.
The hospital,
if somebody that Jamaica and them will tell me something, me want you show me something that's me.
Yeah, but I want to you can't prove.
No, but don't nobody tell me then. Because I'm not go carry from public.
Me not go with that. At your party in a power, me not go with that. At your party in a power, we not go take that. At your party in a power, we not go take that. We not go take that. A party politics here play now. Party politics. We not take that. The hospital system is in shambles, and I just truth. I just the truth.
Y'all from best work, do the best work. If you want a good work, where you go? Best work. Y'all from non-trust, left your unconscious. Them hotter than tea when they in a thermos. Y'all from country, no come downtown. One, two of them have to circle them song. Which part? Fellowship, Paradale, but beware of barracks. Call them on the wicked. So you want respect or a wife to select.
You not run with party, me not time. Marcy, me can't play politics with the hospital system. I bet you me restart my life. No. Me go show no. Let me restart my life. No. I used to get full over here. All the mothers. You want messing me get daily. Me go restart my life and show no. The hospital system is in shambles.
It is. It's not about party.
It have nothing to do with party.
No. You're not going to answer, no, me a labor right. No, me a fit, no. Everybody going already starting.
What's some of this thing in the hospital want down the sister?
You want everything, sister. Sister, I want everything you want. Bed.
One long time over Bellevue, I think I shove them have a, you know what, I don't want to get tonight.
That's something we have to get.
Somebody said I went to the hospital and some of us had to sit on the chair. Then lady have to sit on one chair, yes. No, but you have to sit on the chair if you go to the hospital.
Yes, that is the first place it started. But so
you have to sit on the chair until they call you and take when they must take, and then you sit down.
This is where it starts. Yes, you have to sit on a chair. When you do get through, you don't have no bed line on that's another thing.
Then what can look here? And some of us go to the emergency, and when we got emergency for lad man, come no man, we couldn't go clinic.
Not true.
Me ever take you type box, can you play politics outlaw, me not play politics.
That's right.
Me not run politics through. Me not play no politics. When they come on to politics, me not play politics. The hospital we are talking about now. How would this say now, Tasha? Tasha, you sound like you're politics, you know. Me can't restart my life. I'm here telling you we back. Look here, Marcy, let me restart my life. I'll put up. Me, I got tell you know what time mother's gonna complain to me as a scrub. Do a life for hospital. Now me you want to come beat?
They not beat you.
What you mean they not beat? They tell for beat me love. Me you want to come beat?
Guess what? You think so one time people like you start something and your voice be heard and other people follow you and
so
you start your mind.
Why me have to start everything? The last time me start about water and you know see I cannot see things start happen. Why you don't want me to start this and start that?
Your voice strong and then when the
your voice is strong too. Not because my voice sound like me go through coal factory.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not even strong as like people listen to you guys. That's why you have so much people. People listen to you.
I first miss you, lady. I first see me.
Me?
I first miss you.
Yes, I first see more than I first miss you.
I don't know where you know me from.
Same place for the line there. I listen, mate. That's no we know everybody come on.
Oh yeah, we come over here.
I listen, yeah.
Hola, my friend. Like, to be honest, a lot of people that are from PMP are Labour, they come over here and we talk to us. But when it come on to politics, they know something like, you know, when it come on to issues, when you make politics, you can't bother. So when you're ready to beat Labour, I tell you the truth, I beat Labour, right? And I'm ready to beat PMP.
Of course.
Maybe the two party, but PMP always fix and keep life for me. Me not like Labour never keep life for me, but PMP then around keep life for me. No, but I should Labour never keep life. PMP then around keep life for me.
United, we can stand. United, we can divide the go far.
If a Labour give me a call out and sit, they might be.
Girl from best work, do the best work. If you want a good work, where you go? Best work. Girl from non-trust, if you're unconscious, them fatter than deep when they in a thermos. Girl from country, they come down cold. 1 to 1.
Well, really and truly, the hospital system in Jamaica, it needed so many years. You understand? And, you know, well, I'm going to say this, yeah? Jamaica in a position to have 100% hospital function at the moment. I'm living in the UK. Yes?
So have you ever been to hospital in Jamaica, like you go down and go hospital?
Yeah, man. I Spanish town. I go up Banana Canada, I go to Spanish town.
I know that may ask if you go visit Jamaica, then, you know, maybe something happen.
No, but go visit people in the hospital.
yes, we don't have to last year. Yeah.
So how the hospital look over there?
Them working from one part. Them been working on one part and one part kind of just like how it from back in the years, you know. Yeah, you know, but they're working on a new part.
You know what? I am saying, what the one who do the beading, we didn't call him one day. Ma see the one who do the beading are for the people them. What you call him one day?
Ma see like some much.
What the one who bead off the people them name? Down there. We didn't call him down there.
The nurse here,
nurse here, yes, the nurse here. Them need for I am one of them people that in the hospital.
Yes. Well, let me ask you.
You know why I say that? Because sometimes the nurses are busy.
Yes.
So them need for I am more of them people that in the hospital them.
All right, what I was saying, all right? You talking a bit. Yes? Even in the UK, so people can't get bed in the hospital. Yeah. Even in the UK.
No, with bed, yeah, with bed.
You understand? So the thing is this, everywhere you go, in 90% of the country, them, that's a problem in the hospital. You understand? What's up?
I listen.
Yeah. So, you know, when people are really bash and say they can't get no bed, that's a real problem in the hospital. Because me sick and go and lose from the hospital. And one night me have to sit up until they find one bed for me. Well, me don't know where them had me for. Because me did it from like 3 o'clock in the evening. And at 2 o'clock, me only see one doctor with them thing there. But then call it like when them do your checkup and you have to wait for a doctor. You understand? So it's a problem where we have worldwide in most country. When it comes to the bed thing in the hospital and everything there, Jamaica Jamaica system still. It will take decades for Jamaican system could even come up and run proper. And you know, you understand? And politicians them have to dedicate themselves to know so them have to put them thing there as first priority. You see me I say? Yeah. But what me want to say something about the customer service and all them thing there. And there really and truly very few places going in Jamaica where you get proper customer service. People talk to you proper and talk to you in the right and proper way and talk to you decent. Very, very few places. You know? Most people then just, I don't know. You understand? I don't know we don't know why them just feel to talk to people them way there. You see me I say?
I look for
okay, I'm thought that keep your life.
No, I look for let me take up all like I'm a come up your concourse for politics, you know. So let me take him up. Me prepare fee cousin. Give him talk. We are going to go look for a hospital picture, you know. He might come, me prepare fee cousin, because I not had the time, you know. Right now, career I laugh. I not the energy, me love. I have energy again enough to sit down and cuss.
Good afternoon again.
When I cuss on the cell phone, you realize that you don't see big life for me to serve over here with too much people. I didn't say my cuss. When I cuss me. When I cuss on the self. Yes, we do have one. When I cuss on the self, my cuss. Then he has been in the big life that we keep over here. 1,300, 1,400. I didn't save them a cuss me. Where you say no Ola?
Yeah, I
When the people when they used to use Chevron and shoot the food down at Bellevue, I think in a PMP time, me chat about the same way after me like that.
Alright, me never, but when me come on to and say a while ago, I only say technology reach to the level right now. If somebody gonna say so tell you and send you and tell you say say this I go on at Jamaica, you can simply say go on over there go show me where I go on.
No, but hold up. No say.
Yes.
If them see we have videos somebody I take we sitting. Lord Jesus and my family and I have to pack up and run from Jamaica.
No. That's the problem. No, man, that's the problem with we. That's the problem with at times we cut out that. At times we cut out that.
You know what say I hypocrite?
My dear, let me tell you. Hold on, let me say something. Alright, me that England, right?
Me know I do you there.
Alright.
That's why you free chat so.
Even in England you there. No, me free for chat anywhere. 14 parish me travel at Jamaica. Me go anywhere go chat. Right? And if you go in any one of the hospital them over here, my dear, every one of the hospital them you go in at them different. You have different problem. You see people slump and here just like even worse than Jamaica. What me say? We have them have a hospital over here where right now when snow come, people can't turn in it. Cause they don't have no heating, no central heating in there. And for the next 12 years before the government when the power can fix that the hospital. You understand? So I know Jamaica alone. And Britain with there. So we Jamaican people, we need to understand. So when we are pitney under Jamaica, and me get cut all my foot, my finger pop broke and whatever. And days before me can get that in a plaster polish. Me have a finger right now we get chopped off. When in the 70s, and right now me go hospital and go clinic with it. All them do is just stress me and send me home with it. And my finger disabled up to the day. My little finger. Who me can sue? Nowadays you do that now. Anywhere at Jamaica then can sue you because the doctor needs to look on the people in finger. You understand? So things and time different. So what we as Jamaica need to understand and know what we can do, we need to help each other. So if you see something go on, you have the authority to call the authority or bigger force and say, this no right, me see that I go and that I go. Why you go come call me a foreigner and tell me? And me no did it, and you show me no proof, you say, well, alright, yes. See what I go on here, see what you can do. What me I go do? Me I go call my ministry.
Can I say something?
Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something. Them thing they were talking about petty things because everywhere them keep close out hospital and nursing home. Me I work at nursing home, me work like me a chef, yeah? And every minute them TV people them close. These are workers. Keep people in the resident close and away them. So I have a way to go them nothing. You understand? So that happened in Jamaica is nothing new. In England, UK, then thief close out hospitals same way. Everywhere you go them thing they happen.
Yes, what they say.
But the problem is this they have to talk about it. They have to talk. You understand? Yes. The thing is this is not right. So they can't talk about here so because they're not here. We can't talk about here, so what we do? You understand? So they have to talk about it. It's not a say them a bring down the hospital or bring down nothing.
No, what I'm saying.
What they say is true. Yeah. You understand me? People that need to tap thief away the stuff them.
That's what I'm saying. But if me go call you, if me that Jamaica me go call you and say, listen, did them a thief them help me? Come on, man, show me a proof. Yeah, take your video camera and video it. You can video every up to dog at Jamaica have camera.
Yeah, but a lot of people see things and say it and video it. But they know that.
But why we need to be our brother's keeper, brother. We can't just silent. At times we come out of the silent mood. The silent mood is that what carrying to keep us down. Because the silent mood make people take advantage of us.
Me understand what you say, but we see, and everything people see. Don't go take video it and talk and send it out to people. Because remember, I know everything you can do and get away with, You understand me? And simple things can cost your life. You understand?
We need to come out of that mood. We need to get out of that. Brother, we need to get... Brother, let me tell you something now. Me born in the 70s now. Nobody never... listen, when you come in my community, you can't come thief Mass Janko and come out of the place with Mass Janko now. You understand me? And because we getting out this mood where, business with Mass Jan. You don't care nothing about Mass Jan. So anybody can come take where Mass Jan sitting.
Hold on. Me and you born in the 70s. I tell you that 4 days. At different days now. At 1970s.
Oh, my brother, why we allow it to be at different days?
It's not we allow it to happen.
Because what we do, we see I'm blind here and there.
Is it changes of nature of people, brother?
Because everybody come see I'm blind here and deaf.
It's changes of nature of people, brother. Some things where these kids do not these and get away, we couldn't do it and get away.
Brother, let me tell you something. And that's why these kids, because of what we do, we see I'm blind here and deaf. That's why these kids can't able to come and do things in front of we. Because we are see I'm blind here and deaf. And that's why corruption will always continue. Because because I know for your pocket them I take the money out and you don't care. Business cannot for your pocket. But if I did for your pocket, you just see how quick you hold on by your pocket.
Hold on, in the UK they don't.
Yeah.
You remember a couple of years ago? How much money they allocate for change out the window and the things them out of the hospital and the school, them all window them. And how long no change out of the money missing?
Which one are they? Which one I county? Which one I thing?
I know with no county. That's the whole window them say them out change out of the school and the hospital them. The whole glass something window them. None of them no change out of the new.
Which one are the barrow? Which one are the barrow?
No barrow, it's every barrow. Where them to do it now?
Yeah, but them acne change out some. Acne change. Me can't say acne change out.
When?
Not for them.
When?
Yeah, from acne change out. Listen, it start from 2010. Yeah, them come in.
No, but
and enough people hold bathroom and kitchen and everything change out.
No. We're not talking about people bathroom. We're talking about the school and the hospital. Them some window with it change.
That's why me say, and enough of them change, and enough of them not change.
Exactly. And the money missing. So everything there.
Hamilton, the whole of Hamilton one. If you go to Hamilton Hospital, we can't tell you. You go to Hamilton Hospital, enough changes then do a Hamilton.
We're not saying
a lot of work. And you go to Whittington, and Whittington, everything up there brand new, them put in. But you have other hospital where you go and nothing done.
No, we're not talking about nothing not done. What I'm saying, the money was allocated for do it. It never did done, and until now they can't give account for the money.
Well, that's why the people get rid of the conservative. Them when they do it to the people their money, they don't know. That's why them.
What I'm trying to say, corruption everywhere. So when you talk about corruption, that's something where you can't come out and no country at all. You understand? You understand?
They call it privilege.
Anyway, let's open yourself. Be the job.
Big up yourself, my boy. Yeah. We need our country, man. That's all we need. Bro, me know deep down say you the life will see the beautiful days. Us. Well, I left out last standing. Because we know how you stay, master.
politics you come out, you.
No, man, me talk about Jamaica. You mean I'm bringing up politics in this one. Forget about politics. We don't win already. So right now we are left the Prime Minister for do him. We don't have no time for talk about politics, baby girl. Done, man. We are talking.
Me look for a hospital video.
We are talking about the sweetness.
Anybody have a problem with the hospital in Jamaica? We are going to talk about how this year and also why the overall healthcare system has changed. So does that mean it right? Next, anything have to do with politics unite, you know. You know, left out not when you come on to politics. I never hear you come one time here next and talk for the people. Always a fight politics. Jesus Christ.
We have to let go sometime. Now we have to let go sometime, man.
Then next a PMP, no? Next a PMP.
No, but the thing is, let me tell you something. Politics is a thing where in every aspect of life, that is politics now. See, Dr. Tufton, I give a show up new bed answer.
Dr. Tufton, I show is well, I know. Me I try find a because I don't want to use the people them something, yeah. Because me sure enough mother go come talk to me. Them always inbox me in the whole But me realize that people just want to scrub alone if you get beaten.
You're black, Brad, scrub.
I'm not telling you like, you don't see it yourself to Ola.
I say,
sometimes they inbox because them want me alone if you get beaten, boy. What you say?
Yo,
oi.
You say that when I'm talking to the people that like it, the hospitals really want to fix it up.
You know why you in front you can only think about politics.
No,
only thing you come about politics, you don't come about
alright, hospital, that's a good condition.
We never say, but you not talk all this politics involved, man.
No,
we never hear you talk your people. You never hear that talk to people.
That means we must go to Jamaica first and that's your politics. I don't mean I say that right. When?
But when you go put Jamaica first, that's it.
What you want, man? You see some of the people them.
So tell me something what going on in Jamaica is good right now.
Good?
Yeah.
You see
what me I say? You see what me I say? That means you told the 14 parish, brother?
No, why go to it? No, tell me I go there.
Me not know Jamaica. Me not know Jamaica. And if you ask me me that England. And if you ask me if you tell me something good where I go on England, me can't tell you say something good I go on England.
Some people apply for when I can't get you.
That's not true. Me I tell you say.
People apply for when I can't get you.
Nobody ask him no question. Me tell you say him not a politics him talk about.
Well, him not have no heart then, man.
Him talk politics all the time.
Him not have no heart then, man.
Me never hear come here yet and balance for nothing. Never want me come here.
Who that?
Who you me a chat?
No, when I talk with Marcy and them, how you have to talk? You have to talk. What's
my brother?
You never come here yet, man, and balance yet, man.
Me ask you something.
You never come here and balance. When I labor right, we say, you know, say, true, him should do this and do that. You know, I say, you know, balance, man. I be a politics you chat. You know, me about the people. Me attack your needs.
Alright. Can I ask you something, my brother? We can ask you something, my brother.
You all are the same thing. I don't know what you
No, man. Me tell him, no. Me ask you something.
Anyway,
from 19, hold on now, scrub.
You hold on there. You are Nick Solan. I'm not going to do a fight politics. I mean, at the time. People, those who have problem with the hospital in Jamaica, send me a request. Me know so not always come and talk to me. So me just want to hear from Uno just in case if you know them are here out there and them can fix one and two things. Me not talk to mix outlaw no. Politics them come for fight. We not time for that. I'm a tough fact. People let me restart my life.
But then once they get you, you know, they get you with all the hidden fees and all this other nonsense. They get my mom every time. Like every time she goes to a store, they're like, "Oh, you want to sign up for the store credit card?" She's got so many of them; it's ridiculous.
So dangerous out there. Like
it is.
Fuck that. If I don't have cash for what I want, I'm not getting it ever again. I will sit here in my poor people clothes. I don't give a fuck.
I'm the same.